HarperCollins presents The Turning Tide, written and read by Jon Gower. He unloaded the lobster from the pot and put it in a tub, and then took out the spider crabs, their conkery shells crusted with acorn barnacles. He wondered whether the spider crabs, being early, was from some disturbance, perhaps flushed by the scallop dredgers out at sea, or some sign of unusual warming water. Ah, thought Hold, there just aren't any rules. Just the rule that says the sea will keep surprising you. From Cynan Jones is Everything I Found on the Beach. Chapter 1. A Charting. Knowing precisely where you are stops you being all at sea. So let's take our bearings together. As you hold a book open, the two sides are not dissimilar to a ship's hold, carrying a cargo of information, maybe a little ballast, but certainly a weight of stories. The spine of the book is perhaps the keel, gently cradled in your palms, as if in dry dock. And staying with the conceit, reading a book is very often a journey, although this one is far from a straight line. For the sea is unpredictable, diverting and bounteous in its gifts and signals. We will thither and hither, sometimes loop back, sometimes make the same passage from port to port 2 or even 3 times, or veer around sharp rocks, or lose sight of the lighthouse. But we will get there. I know where we're going, if the weather allows and the tides prevail. The Turning Tide concentrates on a section of the Irish Sea covered by the IMRE C61 nautical chart, which unfolds to the width of my arms. It spans an area known as St. George's Channel, found roughly between a line drawn from Dublin to Holyhead and another from Wexford to Fishguard, but also covering Waterford, the busy shipping lanes of Milford Haven and the former shipyards of Pembroke Dock. The sea always connects, so exploring its history takes us to the shipyards of Belfast and saintly outposts on the Scottish coast, or even further out into the Atlantic. But in the main, I stick to the C61, else I'd be writing a marine encyclopedia. When this landlubber started composing the book, I bought a copy of Chart C61 and set it under the glass of my writing table. I was now not just writing about this stretch of sea, but writing on it. Soon, the quince tree outside, often busy with house sparrows, was replaced by an imagined horizon, an expanse of sea and the facing coasts of Wales and Ireland on either side stretching towards the neighbour's wall. The sea, flowing as tides and currents, is never static, has no cut-off points and boundaries, so there is a connectedness to it all. The tide ebbs and flows as the earth turns on its axis, as the gravity tug of the moon interacts with the centrifugal force of the planet. Twice a day, the sea claims parts of the land or yields to it. In the case of the Irish Sea, the moon's pull causes water to flow from the west around the island of Ireland, and in quotidian rhythm from both the north and the south. This leads to some tidal oddities, such as the fact that a place like Courtown, County Wexford, has not 2 daily tides, but 4 weak ones. The lugworm in the sands must like this. In the South Irish Sea, the tidal flows are strong, as are the ebbs, while in the northeastern portion they are slower, leading to large accumulations of mud and silt, such as those favoured by Dublin Bay prawns or langoustines, by feeding geese and wading birds galore. This ceaseless movement of the tides is one of the more dependable changes of the sea, but this book logs some that are much less predictable.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?